He became less of a mythical creature and more of a human that I could aspire to be like. Now, there's been a question that I've always wanted to ask him. I've been a Kobe fan for as long as I can remember. For me, basketball was synonymous with Kobe. Many people were inspired by his play. His work ethic was legendary, and his Mamba mentality was something everyone could adopt. Of course, he was an inspiration on the court, but he was doing amazing things off the court as well. After his basketball career, he would go on to write books, make films, and win Oscars, and create different various forms of entertainment, and would continue to teach others about the game of basketball and life in general. And as he moved to a life further from basketball, I began to relate to him more. He became less of a mythical creature and more of a human that I could aspire to be like. Now, there's been a question that I've always wanted to ask him. And I honestly believe that I would get the chance to ask my question, whether it was at a book signing or some event he was speaking at. And unfortunately, I won't get that chance. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask the question anyway. I guess it helps just to get it out there. So here it goes. Kobe, I think it's fair to say that after you won your 5th ring, your goal every season thereafter was to win the 6th. As your career came to a close, when did you realize that that wasn't going to happen, and how did you come to terms with that fact? What advice would you give to those who have that ultimate goal that is no longer attainable, or at the very least, no longer worth pursuing? Now, following Kobe's career, I think I kind of know the answer. But I wanted to see his perspective on his career winding down. I wanted to see and know his process and what was going on in his head. I saw the obsession that he had with getting that next championship. His sole reason for playing was to get that next chip, as he mentioned many times. So how did he accept that it wouldn't happen, or did he ever accept it? I wanted to understand his thought process of managing expectations and not meeting a goal because, well, I went through something similar. A goal that I had was to go to med school and to become a doctor. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. But actually, that was probably the best thing that could have happened for me. I'm satisfied with the career I have now. But growing up, all the hours of studying, all that hard work in elementary, high school, and college, I did all that with the goal of becoming a doctor in mind. Everything I did was to help me get to that goal of becoming a doctor. But that didn't become a reality. That goal was no longer attainable at some point. For me, actually, it was more so it wasn't worth the pursuit anymore. And I'm sure many of you have experienced or are experiencing similar situations. Not many people are obsessed with anything as much as Kobe was obsessed with basketball. So to know how he coped with not reaching this goal would be invaluable. But following Kobe's career, I think I kind of know the answer. If he really wanted to, he could have gotten that next ring. He could have taken a pay cut so that they could get better players, and I'm sure the Lakers would have let him stay on the team until he got that ring. He could have played more of a mentor role and just stayed on the bench, but that wasn't him. His next phase in life became more important than that ultimate goal in sports, in winning a championship. He said in interviews that he wanted 8, and he got 5, and he could be satisfied with that. He gave it his all, and nobody can deny that. We saw all the hard work he put in. We saw how banged up he was towards the end. And he got every ounce of potential out of his body. If you do your best, that's all you can do. Give everything you have, and you can be happy with the result. He also mentioned that it was more about the process and the journey, and those are more important than the actual goal. So, you can set an unrealistic goal, just like Kobe did, and in his mind he could do it. And even though he didn't reach that goal, he was satisfied with the result. And although I wish I could have gotten an actual answer from him, I think the spirit of Kobe's work ethic and his entire career, both basketball and post-basketball, answer my question.